Welcome back to Three-Way with NGK. I'm Nicole.
I'm Grace.
Serena.
All right. And today we got an exciting topic. You guys probably already realized we're doing something a little bit different. No guests today. It's all NGK. Today's topic is what?
Cuffing season.
It's what?
Cuffing season. It's getting
season.
cold, so
Yeah, it's sweater weather now. I can't believe I'm wearing my sweater right now.
everybody's ready to cuff in and settle down for the winter.
That's right.
Everybody?
Most people.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people. A lot of people are.
You're still on City Girl Summer, or
I was gonna say.
I was joking. I'm definitely ready for.
I mean, the way the weather is set up, though, like it's giving us some grace
For now,
on the weather, but it's gonna like, I think it's gonna like catch on like real fast.
yeah, no.
And we're not gonna
Toronto.
be-
It's the weather's bipolar.
Agreed.
so-
Yeah, the weather's bipolar. No, for sure.
The minute it starts to snow, I feel like I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah.
I'm never ready for the winter.
So, question for you guys: where you all at? Like, when it comes to cuffing season, like, are you guys?
There's no one to be
single?
cuffed.
There's no one to be cuffed right now.
No one to be cuffed. That's a problem.
Hey, listen. 2020 has brought a lot of things, but definitely not someone to cuff with. At least for me.
Hey.
Yeah,
Speak
where
for
do you stand?
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you sipping wine? Okay, well, clearly we need some filling in.
Yeah, talk to us.
Last I checked, we were all on the same page.
No, nothing's going on. Just I might be warm this winter.
Yeah, it might be. You
I
be
might.
good.
I might.
Yeah.
I might.
Still in
Yeah.
the trial seasons, right?
Tryout seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
wow.
the most exciting time, though.
It
like the
is.
trial seasons. You know
My
what I mean?
roster is like empty. You
It's
got a
COVID.
roster.
It's because of COVID. That's why.
Is that
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if I
I'm
can talk
picky.
about a roster right now. I might incriminate myself.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So there's one like
solid.
Here.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
solid potential.
Maintenance bays are always in rotation. You need the
Maintenance bays.
You still have that going on? Maintenance? Or-
I mean, that's just a
You have
title.
to
It doesn't mean it's a
explain.
one
You have to
person.
explain what maintenance bay. Like,
Okay.
what exactly does that entail?
Okay, so maintenance bay means sometimes,
Definition.
you're not really looking to settle all the way, but sometimes, you don't mind just having
Getting a tune-up?
Getting a tune-up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like your house needs fixing. Sometimes the AC doesn't work. Sometimes the heat doesn't work. Every so often, you just need to make sure that maintenance guy is, easily accessible. And this is, it to me, I think it applies to situationships, depending on how you want to call it. But maintenance bay is very, it's very important in your life, and that's their only job, and they know that's their only job.
No, I think having a maintenance bay when you're single and you're not dating,
Yeah,
it's essential.
definitely. Yeah, and that's where we're
essential.
at. Yeah, and
We
that's where
have
I'm at.
needs.
Exactly.
We have needs. We have needs, but we're not really ready to commit.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I tried celibacy a few
Okay.
times. I'll try a little stint.
yeah,
Because I'm like, maintenance bay, like it's not going anywhere. What am I
Right,
doing? Should I
right.
pick that up?
mm-hmm.
But then, I mean, like, it'll be like the longest I did was 2 years. And I'm just like, what am I doing this for?
Mm-hmm.
I have needs at the end of the day.
That's,
So
you're
maintenance
punishing
bays-
yourself.
You're punishing
it's
yourself.
punishment.
But it also
For what?
depends where your mind is at. Like, are you looking to, if you guys have agreed on that and there's respect there, and that's the only job, well, you're still looking for what it is that
Yeah.
you want in life, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. Although I was talking to somebody and I was saying like, one of my boys, and we're saying how like sometimes energy, especially when it comes to sexual energy, like that ties into what is going on in your life as well. And as much as you're having fun and a good time, if you're not really intentional in what it is that you're doing, sometimes that could really affect and could have a counter effect and everything else that's going on in your life as well. So as much as like I joke about it or whatever, sometimes I'm also very specific with who I decide to have as maintenance. That's why I said maintenance base having cut off.
Yeah, no,
You're talking
it's suck the
facts.
energy.
Energy is everything, and we underestimate sexual energy, and sometimes we use it for pleasure, but we really underestimate how the energy is. So, here you are, some people meditate, some people are okay just burning their sage, some people are okay doing yoga, some people go to church, some people are like whatever the case, but no one really thinks about where their sexual energy stands and how you need to cleanse that as well, and who you're inviting right in there, because that's
sure.
that's the most vulnerable
Sure.
moment where you're circulating your energy and positivity. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
because This is your sacred place.
That's
here.
your sacred place.
So you can't just let anything into it.
That's
so.
right. That's right. That's right. And you know, and I was gonna make a joke. I like to think we're beautiful. We're very beautiful. And I think it's okay to be specific. It's okay to say no. It's so okay to be so specific. And and I think, you know, we're gonna get to an episode where we're gonna be talking about our visions in 2021. But that's definitely for me, like the energy that I'm bringing in, just because I have access. I don't want to. Yeah.
So what do you think about, you know, you hear people talking about, okay, having a maintenance bay, right? Having that person in your life is preventing you from that future that you could be building with someone else. Do you guys feel that? You're talking about spiritual energy and sexual energy and all of that. Yeah. Do you feel like having a maintenance bay prevents you from welcoming that person that you could build with?
And I'll let you answer. I have to answer, but
if I'm coming out of something, if I'm coming out of a relationship, I kind of want to just be celibate, restore myself, restore all my energy, and then maybe get a maintenance bay further down the line. But I don't want to confuse myself and whatnot and jump into something so quick. So I'll just recharge, then get a maintenance bay later on, and then
carry on.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I think it affects you. I'll tell you why. Because when you're having a maintenance bay, that's not the person you're talking to about your daily life. That's not the person you're talking to about what you want to go through in life. That's not the person you're calling every day to be like, hey, like, where are you at? They might not even be as honest with you because they know their job. They have one job only. They're coming in for one thing. And it's definitely not to like phone talk with you until 4 a.m. in the morning.
But has your maintenance bay ever kind of fell in love with you? Or
100%. It's definitely been it's definitely been complicated for sure.
Okay.
And when it gets to that point, that's when we really need to establish our boundaries, and that's when I have to be like, you probably like, this is not going to work out because I don't know that this is the same person that I could see as my husband, but you're definitely great for so many.
Does he know this though?
I know.
I think now he knows, like, but maybe not. I haven't made
it. I find like when you friend zone a guy and like when you like maintenance bay him, but he doesn't really like. They're just waiting. Men are always waiting for the chance to jump in there when they're your friend. You know. So,
but this is when you need to pay attention as well, right, to yourself. So, like to your question, you're like, oh, does this does this distract me for the type of man that I want to get into? It may, and this is why. Because when you're inviting that energy all the time, you're having a good time. That's the time that you're somebody else, you know, that you're planning to build a future with. It should be sexual, but it should be physical. It should be physical, but it should be mental. It should also be spiritual. And you can't do that with a maintenance babe. That's just a fact.
It's a block.
It's a block. Yeah. So it depends where you are in life. Like, say for me, like I say, like, I'm not all in ready for a relationship right now. So it works for me because I'm not really looking to settle down right now.
Why aren't you ready?
There's a few things in my life that I want to get in order first. I want to make sure that I rebuild myself. I feel like 2020 has been so revealing, and in so many different ways. Like, you know, even just like friendships that you had to cleanse and observe. We've had time to really look into ourselves in 2020, and that also included like the sexual energies we also were playing around with, right? And for that reason, I don't think just because opportunities are there, I should jump on them and stay because a relationship is what's expected in society. I really want to take my time to say, what do I really want? Like, I want to be super single. Like I was telling you, I had to cut off all the maintenance situation.
All of them? You say all?
I did because I just felt like it was a beautiful distraction and I wasn't really working on myself. And, you know, I didn't want to work. And so that's just a fact. Sometimes you don't want to work on yourself because it's not an easy road to work on yourself.
It is not.
Because you're looking at yourself.
You got to look in yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't like the reflection, so it might scare you. That's why people kind of avoid certain issues they have within themselves.
And then they use it, whether it's sex or drugs or alcohol, whatever the case. It's any distraction or traveling, or when you see people overdoing something, what are you really trying? Just for me, I had to check myself. I know, not that I was overdoing it that way, just in life in general, my career, my businesses. A lot of things were not really in line, and I had to look at myself. But again, sexual energy plays a big role in how you function in life. So if that's a priority, you got to check yourself and why are the things around your life are not working out, right? So for me, that's just what it is. Like I think that maybe in 2020, like as I've been cleansing myself, it's been so beautiful. Like abstinent from sex is not easy, especially I'm a sexually active person, and to say like to go on like 2 months, 3 months, it's hectic. But when I say like you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about your body, you learn a lot about everything without having that other person there distracting that energy. And I think I'm just there. So when you ask me, I'm ready. It's not that I'm not ready. I just want to enjoy grace for a second. I just want to like, speaking of grace, we were talking about sex toys. Somebody has recommended that I should get sex toys.
Me.
And you did.
And her. And probably a lot of other people.
Because
how have you not
So why did you
indulged?
Okay.
I'm gonna use the word indulge.
I just feel as a single woman you have to have, because if you don't have the maintenance bay and you want to kind of restore yourself, it's just you.
Right. Having a good time.
It's another essential little toy you have.
Yeah.
That you need.
You guys have definitely motivated me, so I'm definitely.
It saved me because honestly, like I said, I go on these celibacy stints, right? And anytime, I mean, if I'm gonna try to make it, I'm not gonna make it with complete abstinence from pleasure. Yeah. So you have to try different things out, whatever. And honestly, I actually was gifted something called the magic wand a few years back. And when I tell you the name,
telling me about that.
The name,
the name itself is the magic. What does a magic wand do?
So funny enough, it's actually a back massager. That's the purpose.
Oh,
it's been around for like years on years on years. Okay. It doesn't look like a sex toy.
So wait, that's a back massager?
It's a back massager. Okay. But it's known for its other uses. Okay. So it's a back massager. It does not look like a sex toy. Like, it's not a sexy one that you could take out, and you know what I mean? Yeah. But for your personal pleasure, it's amazing. So they have the one, like, it's so old and it's such a back massager. It has a cord attached. They've now come out with a cordless one as well. And they have 2 speeds.
So the one that you have is cordless, or?
No, it's only with the cord.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but I mean, it's fine. I got a plug right behind my bed.
Yeah. We'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
And I've actually taken it before to maintenance bay.
Okay.
And, like, it's amazing. Like,
okay.
So it's only for clitoral stimulation.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing else. It's just, like, an extreme, intense, high-impact vibrator. There's 2 speeds. I can't even handle the second speed. Like, you cannot put the second speed on your clit. It's too much. But the first one, I'm just like, sometimes I have to just like pull myself away because I can just keep coming and coming.
That's what I hear. I hear a lot of stories. What's your experience with the sex toys? Like, what's your favorite one? It's the magic wand.
I have my little friend here just to show you guys.
Okay, what is
ready
this
and available
called? Yes.
So what we have here is, it's like a dildo and a vibrator, and it also has a tongue, and it has 3 different speeds.
That's crazy.
Top, and then it also vibrates at the bottom here. You guys can't see it, but it's vibrating.
Oh, so you can use it both ways. So that's for the clit.
Yo, that is crazy.
This was actually gifted to me. It was actually gifted to me, and it's one of my favorite gifts that I've gotten. So
it's a gift that keeps on giving, right?
That keeps on
giving. I love that. I love that statement. Yes. I've heard so many stories. So like, okay, you guys have to tune in on this. So somebody told me one time, and I can't mention their names, but they told me that
you can't mention the names. Clearly, it's gonna be a good story.
So because apparently there were, this gentleman apparently said he felt emasculated because, and he was so annoyed dating women that are into sex toys. And I guess some men, which I'm curious to see, like if we get an audience that like has had that experience where this man was going on vacation with this girl and this girl forgot her sex toys. And she's so used to sex toys because she comes like at least 5-10 times with a sex toy, even with her man. And like, so when they went on vacation, she did not want to have sex without a sex toy. Like she made this guy, they went shopping for like hours and she was so frustrated. She was getting mad. They got into an argument because she couldn't find a sex toy because that's the only way she could come. So this man now in the relationship is feeling like, why am I even here? Because so some men do feel emasculated when women are, because like you said, you come like how many times? So it's a lot of men. And this is statistics. They can't make they can't make a woman come easily. A lot of men cannot
Yeah, it's harder.
Like
to
even for me,
find-
like it takes us like maybe like 2 guys that just like
Hit the spot?
hit the spot like for me like crazy. Like
Yeah.
a lot of men do not know how to like really
They don't know what
interact
they're- yeah.
I only
with your
get-
cookie.
Yeah, no, I can only get stimulation with oral sex. Like, getting
Okay.
oral
Only?
sex.
What if
Yeah.
somebody rubs your clit?
I can't. If I rub it, I can't. A man has never, like, I've never
Rubbed
gotten
it?
I never gotten
Me
an
too.
orgasm. Like, well,
Just-
I have gotten an orgasm, but like it's like you said, like only certain guys will hit the spot.
Yeah.
So
But oral like for me is always a winner.
Can
Yeah,
you guys,
at all
can you
times.
guys have an
Automatic.
orgasm from intercourse?
yeah, but it's rare.
Rare.
There's just like a
Like
couple people
unless
that
a
hit the
long-term
spot.
partner,
See, and
like
some
it
guys
wouldn't
are
be.
clueless. They just feel like you're having orgasms from
I hope
intercourse,
guys are
and
paying
it's so
attention to
common.
this.
I know, me too. It's so common. Honestly, every woman that I ever ask, either they haven't had an orgasm from intercourse, or
But they've never
it's
had
rare,
it. Mhm.
or it's rare.
Mhm.
It's either they haven't or it's rare.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why you have to get into that foreplay, right? And,
Right.
and use toys. And honestly, thankfully, most of my experience where I've introduced sex toys,
Yeah.
the men love it,
Okay. Good.
right? But I've had one that I can think of where it was like, why do you want it so much, kind of thing.
Right.
And it wasn't to the extent of your girl on vacation.
Well, that's I'm saying. Like,
you should
imagine
be
you're
able to have sex without it.
You should be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like you'll be attached? Like, do you think you could do without it?
Oh, I don't need my sex toy.
That's
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a balance because some women are so used to it. They're
Yeah.
so used to it that like a man could not even come close to what it is they feel.
No,
that-
and to be honest, I barely like. I only use it like it's rare that I use it.
right, like it's like
in
a
that
once
moment
in a-
of heat that you.
Oh, man, I use
that
it
you
all the
need
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't depend on it.
Yeah.
Like you're not
If
looking
I
at a
have
man.
somebody,
you're not looking
I
at a
don't
man being
depend on
like,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
like. No, we need a sex because you're not gonna do what do what the sex is gonna do to me. That emasculates him. It has to like make a man feel some type of way.
Yeah.
For sure.
To
For
be honest,
sure.
if a man can't make me come, it's not a man that I'm gonna be
Me too.
Really?
continuing with.
Me
Oh my
either.
god.
It's
Oh,
not
that's-
a deal breaker
that's
for me. I mean, if you can
What?
orally please me,
Yeah, but
but not like
no, I don't mean
You
through
want-
intercourse. No, I don't mean through intercourse. I mean he has to make me come one way or another.
Okay, yeah.
Just
And like I'll
somehow.
give him an opportunity. Like, okay,
yeah.
you have to learn somebody's body.
Okay, yes,
Everybody's
that's
different.
a deal breaker. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to be able to.
And you have to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
interested, even if you can't do it.
Yeah.
You have to be interested in learning.
Learning
How to
about
please
it,
me,
yeah,
'cause,
because
like-
everybody's pleased different ways,
Yeah.
right?
That's true,
Like,
yeah.
you know, whether it be rubbing your clit or using a toy or
Yeah.
oral, whatever that looks like,
Yeah.
you have to be open to exploring it and
Yeah.
finding a way. Because if I'm not getting pleasure, I'm not gonna stay there. Like,
Have you guys heard this too? Like a lot of guys have this like overly confident guys, like you know what I mean? Just like strong and wrong, like with their performance, like in a sense where it's like they're like, you know, I hit it all the time. You know what I mean? I clap both chicks at the same time.
I find
and like those guys that talk the most, sometimes I'm like, where was that energy? Like, where was that energy? Like, you're here right now, and where was all the energy? Because like on the phone, you were very confident, but now you could barely get it up. Like, there's a problem.
Oh.
Like, I call you, I call them out all the time. Do you
the
find
ones
that?
that talk the most about sex?
Yeah.
You and then you're like
You
"Oh,
excited.
I'm gonna get it today."
Like,
And then
you're excited.
You get there and it's just like, where are you? Wake up!
Like, wake up. Like, there's like so many experiences I want to talk about
yeah,
that
too.
I don't want to like. I'm not trying to call it because I know some of them are going to be watching. I'm not trying to call out nobody, but all I'm going to say is less is more. Less talk,
Just
more
don't
action.
say nothing.
Less
Don't
talk,
say
more
nothing.
action. Like
what's your
I gotta.
finish your sentence?
No, I was just gonna say I gotta shout out. My gym made me start thinking this way. Body by Chosen, shout out Body by Chosen. All my people over there, they always say less talk, more action. That's their logo. Literally, like you could be going in there, you're talking a lot. They'll tell you, "Yo, less talk, more action."
Yeah.
And I feel like every guy and woman.
Wait, you less talk?
Well, when it comes to certain things, like I'm definitely not talking about sex and what I'm good at.
I'm just joking.
I definitely don't less talk. I talk a lot, and even my trainers at Chosen will tell you that. I love talking. Sometimes I get them like, "Hey, how's your weekend?" And she's like, "Grace, we gotta start working out." And I'm like, "Grace, let's talk more action." I'm like, "I know, I can't help it." So, that's funny. Anyways, so but in terms of like just like when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that, like I'll never toot my own horn and be like, yo, I know how to get up. Oh, I'm gonna be like, if I go down, like I don't do that. Like I'm obviously, any woman should be confident what they do sexually.
Of course.
You don't have to talk.
But you have to like you still have to like, you know, go in like with the fact that you might not be the cup of tea that he's looking for. No matter how good you might be, you might be like hitting the point, but like the chemistry might not be there. So when I hear people like, especially men, like when I hear the men just come with the talks, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's how you feel. Like
the bar is set so high and your expectations
the bar is set so
here.
high, and then like you come in the bedroom and you're just like.
Disappointment.
That is
expectations.
I remember calling her one time. I remember calling Karina and I wanted to cry. Like I had to be like, yeah.
And I was rooting for you too.
You were so excited.
Like, yes, girl.
You're like, yes, Karina. I was ready for that call. And I was like, this is when I feel like a sex toy would like came in handy. You know what I mean? Like I've experienced now. I'm like, you know, and that's what she was like, Grace, that's all you know, that's how you need that. So I feel like, you know, people should be open to that. But do you guys, there was another question I guess posed, do you feel like, I guess we kind of answered it, like having sex toys in relationships, you just have to find a balance. You want to make sure your man is a man, but you want to make sure they know that you'd like to.
You know what, honestly, when sex happens, like I don't even think to grab my toy first. Everything just happens so fast. Yeah. Everything just happens so fast. So I don't have time to pull out my vibrator
and like think about it or whatever.
You
just want a couple of rounds.
Unless it's a maintenance-based situation where you're going for sex or he's coming for sex, right?
Everything like, kind of lined up on your dresser. Like,
ready to go.
Right, ready to go. Whipping it as you go along or whatever. Yeah. Yo, when I was in like early college, I know this might be an embarrassing story. Maybe I should say it out loud, but I think everyone should I think sometimes guys get so excited. Like this guy tried to bring a bottle. Like a plastic bottle. I'm like, where's that going? That's not going in my vagina.
Wait, sorry, what?
And put it where?
I think he was just so excited.
Bottle?
Yeah, I think he was just so excited.
Sorry, no amount of excitement makes that okay.
Yeah, I know.
A plastic bottle?
Well, it didn't go that far, but I thought it was just so funny. I was like, damn, like, you know, so I asked him, like, so I'm like, what were you on? Like, you know, or like, do you like sex toys? Do you want us to buy sex toys? We can do that.
Do you like sex toys?
Because like, maybe you should make that clear before you start bringing different objects.
I brought it for you.
Next would be a cucumber, carrot stick. Like,
I don't want none of that.
I don't want
none of that. None of that.
You didn't feel embarrassed.
You know what? That was my first love.
That's
you know
not
what?
Kink.
That was my first.
I don't know.
Madness.
That was actually my first love in college.
Bottle?
Like in college, like 21, 22. And we were just about. You might know.
I'm joking. Anyways.
He's gonna watch this at some point. First of all, the fact that you and I are doing a podcast together. He already knows his name is rotating. I mean, it's life. Like, people need to know, like, you know, what happened. And I just thought that was so crazy. But we're so new in a relationship, and I was still learning my body. I just lost my virginity, too. Like, so we're just, like, getting excited. Yeah. And I don't think he just knew what he even, like...
What to do.
Liked.
Okay.
I think it was just a moment of excitement. And I was like, oh, you're kinky.
Just kind of... Sorry, carry on.
Kind of what? Find out?
No, I was just curious. Can you guys squirt? Are you guys squirting?
Oh, squirting.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not a squirter, no.
Mm-hmm. No. In certain, not like not from oral sex, but if somebody's like hitting it at a
like the right
angle,
time.
There's like,
I could count the amount of times it's happened to me.
Angle.
It's probably 4 times.
I've never squirted before.
And I'm 36 years old. Like, and I could count 4 times. Like, I'm not a squirter. Because people that squirt say like it happens every time they have sex. I'm like, well, I'm definitely
not every time, but oftentimes. If
really?
if somebody's hitting it right at a good angle, actually when I'm riding as of lately, then I squirt a lot too. And one time,
talk about it.
I feel like his whole chest.
It went his whole chest. So he has to shower after. Some guys love that.
I know.
Because like, you're like, some people don't know when they're squirting, but they say you will know when you're squirting.
No,
like when I noticed,
you do know.
It felt like I was like, oh my god, am I peeing? I was like, oh my god, and then he like the first guy was like, no, I think you just squirted. Like that's
you asked out loud, am I peeing?
Because I was so shocked. I didn't know what was happening, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I could hold my pee, and they're like, no, I think you just squirted. I was like, okay, that's how I learned.
That's hilarious.
No,
you asked that out loud. That's hilarious.
I want to be able to experience it, but no, I've never squirted before.
Yeah,
you have to play around with different angles, because like I won't squirt at every angle, but those two positions, like there's a two that I'm just like every time.
Maybe we could challenge ourselves to buy different sex toys and see.
Oh, learn how to make yourself
You need to start off with one. You don't even own one.
I know. Come on now.
You don't even own one.
You know what? Yeah, this is a different year, 2021, and all the maintenance bays are cut off.
I'm gonna get you one for Christmas. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's like
Christmas, eh? Okay.
Cheers
We should do a Kris Kringle.
Yeah,
Are we gonna
good
do a
idea.
Kris Kringle?
But now we kind of gave it away what she's getting, but it's okay. We should do a Kris Kringle.
I'm still excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. Like, I think this is the time because I'm abstinence and no one is allowed. No one is invited.
And we'll do the gift. We'll do the gift exchange live.
Oh,
Either
that's a good
live or we'll
idea.
record an episode.
No, that's a good idea.
I think that's a good idea. I think we should do that for our viewers and stuff like that. You know? Okay, so masturbating. So, so using sex toys. Is sex toys and masturbating two different things?
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing because
It's
you're
a form of, yeah.
It's a form of like having
It's a way
sex.
of masturbating.
Because I know some girls that say they don't use sex toys at all, but they masturbate at least 5 times a day.
I masturbate a lot without toys. Like, a lot.
Okay, yeah. So
And then here and there I'll use toys.
So do you find like what is better, masturbating or sex toys for you?
For me,
It's the same result.
Yeah, it's the same result.
It's the same result? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess because you're just finding your own pleasure. I guess like you're just working with your own body, you're more
Yeah.
in tune or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus I could see that versus like when you have a partner, you kind of have to like everybody's kind of watching like, hey, like I'm having a good time. I hope he's having a good time. Like there's some moments where I didn't care when I'm being pleased. I'm like, listen, I'm about to come. I don't give a shit. I hope you come the way. Like
I know. I hope you come because this is it for me.
this is it for me.
You guys tap out before men?
Oh yes.
Sometimes.
A lot of
Depends on
times.
how long it's going on for.
Do you have a high sex drive?
Very
yeah.
high.
When
Like,
I'm with
this
somebody,
is why I
yes.
need to cut. Yeah.
If I'm with somebody, yes. If I'm
Like relationship, you mean?
relationship, yeah.
Really, eh? Me.
But I can
24/7.
relax if I'm single. Like I don't need it. I don't crave it if I'm not.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the one. When I hear people, I'm not like I don't know much about science, but when I hear what they say about Scorpios, that we have a high sex drive. That's the one thing I could probably agree with. And and it's just like you would just enjoy it. Like naturally, I'm just energetic in everything. Like remember we were talking about like I'm passionate about.
We know,
Grace.
No.
Said it. So like when it comes to sex, we only imagine like it's lit, it's turn up. But I think with that say though, that could cause room for all kinds of energies you're attracting as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a blessing and a curse,
Yeah.
right? Because like you're having fun, but you don't know what you're attracted because you're so caught up in the energy, you're so caught up in the excitement, and whatever the case. And that's why I think people with the energies like ours or a high sex drive, it's important to kind of like take the time and be like, okay, like let's just like scale back because so many amazing things are happening in life, and I'm telling you, people underestimate the sexual energy. So if I could emphasize in that, like we like it's so under like, and I've never felt better. Like I've focused better in business. I've focused better.
You focus
like,
so much more, or like people focus so much more when you eliminate sex.
Yeah.
Even for a little short,
Like,
short period of time, it's like you're laser focused on anything that you're looking to accomplish. I've realized that.
Yeah.
I've realized
But
that.
then I also realized that if I don't get sex after a certain period of time, I'm miserable too.
Oh,
Of course. That's why I always cry. Like for 2020, I can count on one hand how many times I've had sex. And we're in November. On one hand, that is sad.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. But at the same time, I've been super focused with what I want to accomplish, right? So it's like, it's sad, but it's great at the same time.
Yeah,
it's bittersweet, you know?
it's like bittersweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, this cuffing season, definitely sex toys are in rotation.
Yeah.
We could agree with that.
You got one coming.
I got one coming.
Christmas.
A few people have told me that they're gonna get me one this
You have a
year.
variety. You have
But
options.
why haven't you bought one? Like, what is it that's holding you back?
There's nothing.
What is keeping you from getting it?
I think I'm thinking about the hygienic purposes of it all.
What?
Because how
wash
do you
it?
clean it?
You wash it with soap.
Sterilize it, clean it.
But
I
what is it
know.
made of?
There's different
Latex?
ones. There's
Because I'm
different
also
ones.
allergic to latex. Like I'm that person.
No,
that
there's
like
ones that are
latex-free
They even have
condoms.
glass ones, which have you ever used the glass
No,
one? That
I've
trips
seen
me
it,
out.
though.
Yeah,
It
the
just
glass
seems so
ones-
hard though. Like
I know, but
That
they're
will
supposed to
hurt
be
you. What
really,
if it breaks in you?
they're supposedly really good, but I've never tried it just because mentally I can't sit with that.
I wouldn't opt for a glass.
Glass.
I'll probably go with that one. This one looks very
It's rubbery and
yeah.
Yo, you're touching that?
Soften.
Did you clean?
Sorry.
it's clean. Girl. It's clean. It's clean.
Karina just went in before.
I mean, we're all females. Like, come on now. Like, it's not like I'm
fine.
gonna lick my finger.
But it's soft. Like it's not hard. It's cleanable. Like you can.
So how do you sterilize it?
You just use you can use.
Because I'm the type of
alcohol to
person.
clean it and
I'm first of all, I'm the type of person that will probably boil it in hot water like, to make sure like all the germs are
You're
out.
doing too much.
We learned how to sanitize in 2020 So
I know.
There's a billion
You
ways
figure
to
it out.
Sanitize
Yeah.
and like
You figure it out.
so you're asking what was
Sanitize,
supposed to hold
sterilize.
me back is like just the storage of it all and all that stuff. So I guess questions to our viewers. Like send us your questions, your experiences with sex toys if you think they matter. And if you think it's necessary, especially when you're in a relationship. And men, let us know on the ones
And
if it has emasculated you before when a girl is
Are men
super-
gonna actually say that?
They will
I
never
mean,
say that.
I don't.
You're a
doubt-
real one if you really tell
Yo,
us
if
how
you
you
tell
feel.
us how you feel,
You're
because
a real
this
one.
guy that like my girl's dating, he's like a very confident, very good looking guy too. And apparently my girl's having a great time with him.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
And
let
she's
us
not
know how
one to
you
settle.
feel.
It's just that at that time in the relationship, he just felt emasculated. Because like, why do you need me? Like, if you're gonna,
If
we're
she
gonna go
was
with-
getting upset and they were arguing about
Yeah.
the sex, like
Yeah.
that's a bit much.
so
I
obviously
would
it
feel
didn't
the
last.
same way.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
the same way. So men, like, let us know your experiences. What you think about it. Like, when you see a woman just obsessed with that, does that like bother you?
Yeah.
And it's not so much a form of insecurity if you don't like him. It's just we just want to know what your opinions, and these opinions matter, and we want to bring them to the rest of the crew.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Like,
that's it.
follow, and subscribe at 3-Way with NGK.
Okay.
There you go. And join us in the next episode where we're gonna keep it spicy. We can't tell them the next topic we're gonna
No.
talk about.
We
Really,
can't.
Yeah.
What,
you just have to-
what platforms, by the way?
Oh yeah, we have YouTube, Spotify, and Apple.
We have a lot more.
YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter.
Oh yeah. I wasn't
Apple. We're on Apple
Which we do
Podcasts.
have Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
do.
We have so many. Google. We have Google. We have so
Google
many.
Podcasts.
If you go on our link tree, follow us on Instagram at 3 with NGK, and our link tree will just guide you to everything. But definitely YouTube. I would
Thanks,
say.
Grace. Thank
Yeah. Definitely. YouTube will like just lead you through an Instagram.
It'll lead
3
you
with
to everything
NGK.
else.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like
Yeah.
everything she said.
Whatever she said on top of that. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Until next time, as we continue with this cuffing season combos, because it's cuffing season, folks.
Cuffing
Peace.
season. I hope by the next episode, man, I hope I have somebody to be cuffed up with, because it's gonna be a long, cold winter in quarantine.
Situated. You're kind of situated-ish.
Situated with what?
You know what? Okay.
Anyways.
We're gonna take this off air because I want to know how I'm situated. Because I'm not.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Till the next
It's a wrap.
time, guys.
It's a wrap, guys. It was fun. Cheers, guys.